YouTube, it's Brian Phillips, and I've got two riders today. This is the all-new HeyBike Villain. Yes, it's not designed for me, but I am wearing the thing, the safety switch. Yes, I am going to ride it for you on this very windy day. And then we're gonna put appropriately sized humans on it so you can see how it really does. Yes, this thing is almost 4,200 watts from a mid-drive motor. It's got pegs and not pedals. It's got the display like you've seen a million times on other competitive offerings. Seems to work pretty good, big hydraulic brakes. And it is very nice that you don't have to worry about this twist throttle blowing up. In fact, it beeps every time you try to give it throttle and it's not working. But if I were to do that right now, it would spin out on itself and it'd be hilarious, but we're not gonna break it for the sake of the video. That being said, I'll do some riding and then they'll do some riding and we'll show you how it turns out. If you're like me and gravity has failed you miserably, then you might make this thing make some weird noises when you're riding. If that happens to you, just lean forward. It helps a lot. By the way, this thing will go up hills with a 300 pounder on it and it'll accelerate really quick. Woo! That being said, you can also do precision controls and not die, like going down death hills like this. Ah! Now, if you're anything like me and you run a YouTube channel about radio controlled airplanes, you might also have children that are appropriately sized for such a villain. So we're gonna switch gears, show you that the lanyard is very quick to switch. Wow. And we'll let our oldest take it for a short, brief ride. They've had more practice than I, and he's not mic'd up, so you won't hear any screaming if he dies. Hopefully that doesn't happen to everybody. It is very easy to maneuver. Our oldest is tall. Go across the bridge on the way down. But by the way, you are accelerating quite a bit up that hill, and that is a big hill. We probably got about 15 to 20 feet of elevation change from where we are to the top of that drive. And this is one of our normal paths that we like to ride. Built that bridge this last year, and it is very fun to ride. Go to the other bridge. Yes, I just yelled in all of our audience's ears. That's part of the show on Brian Phillips RC. But just to give you an idea, the suspension makes for quite the smooth ride. If you're used to riding bicycles with pedals, you'll be a little bit surprised to realize how much different your center of mass is with pegs. If you're not used to driving motorcycles, you will quickly get used to it, but it is definitely a different feel. That being said, HeyBike is one of the brands that we have worked with the longest, and they have done a really nice job of making a fun product. This product is actually reasonably priced given what you're getting, but just keep in mind, this is one of the more expensive ride-on pieces of equipment that we've ever reviewed. We love filming RC equipment, even if you sometimes ride on it. We're gonna stop and switch out now. Okay, so just to give you an idea of difference in size, stand next to each other so they can see back to back who's taller. Yep, that's right. He's actually almost taller than me. It's disgusting.
He's probably about 6'1".
Yeah, 6'2". I'm 6'1".
And she's about 5'6". Yeah.
Okay, so try it. So everybody watching, if you have girls that are a little bit more timid, they can handle this. It's actually just very powerful and will actually go 49 miles an hour with her on it, but we believe that the reading is slightly skewed because the GPS readings we're getting were closer to the stated, what, like 45 miles an hour?
What's your top speed?
48.5.
But again, if you're like me and you're, you know, over the weight limit by 10, 15, 20, 30%, then of course it's going to slow you down. Good job. Yes, if you're wondering, that's all El Natural wood that we have collected from construction sites and trees cut here at Brian Phillips RC.
And she's definitely a lot more timid, but they've been riding, you know, a little bit each day for maybe a week, and she's way more confident. Just already the second day, she was way more confident on it.
And she's done really good because even our most recent bike release was another dirt bike that our smaller kid rode. And he has been riding it. In fact, he was riding it earlier before we started this footage. And he is loving that bike. She rode that successfully and in the weight limits.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, the brakes are good. The light is good. We do have some dark footage to show the light. This light is actually effective, okay? The build is way more intense because this thing is 125 pounds. And it is every bit of it. So when you're working on it, you're gonna want a second set of hands, even if you're a big guy, unless of course you've got a bike stand. If you have a bike stand, or if you have a small stool that you don't mind scratching up, or a wood floor in your kitchen, either way, we will show an exhaustive Unbox build radio setup. And that of course on an e-bike, or in this case, an e-dirt bike, will be very helpful for you. So watch it. There is a key that you can shut off. No, this is not a security device, it's a safety device, because you can put anything metal and it will unlock. So just be aware. In fact, it will stick the metal to it. So just be aware this is not a security feature. Go ahead and put it on there, please. But it will act as a safety device in case you would wheelie and pop off of it, okay? Now, it's not a wave runner. It's not gonna keep going. There's supposedly regenerative brakes, but if you do expect the regenerative brakes to work, you'll have to turn them on. We do not have the tools to do that. I've seen some guys that have tried. Yes, you can change the settings in here. 14-inch front tire, 12-inch back, but the back tire is fatter. So just be aware. You actually, just like a regular dirt bike. And yes, you do have a very big, robust disc brake on front and back with strong hydraulic calipers. And you can really get into the braking. However, one issue I've experienced with it, and we do have the safety out, is that I have a hard time pulling the throttle and braking without applying throttle. So that might be something that you can get used to with a little bit of practice, but I will tell you that it tends to throw me back and I tend to throttle. So you get into this oscillation before you get used to it. Also, I tend to compress the springs more. If you want to go ahead and pop off of there. Back on the back here, you can adjust the suspension and you can adjust the spring, or excuse me, not so much the springs, but you can adjust the sprockets. You can adjust this here and here, which is nice. There's a lot of adjustments, and this is a really well-made suspension for the back. And it's got a pretty good suspension on the front. It doesn't dampen as much as some would like, but not for what we do, because we're not doing actual aerial jumps. But this bike will jump, okay? If you go fast enough at a hill, you will get air, okay? And if you know how to do it, you can do it safely. We just don't. So we prefer to live in time and space, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, is it awesome? We think so, and we think you will too. So check out the links in the video description below. When you buy from the links in the video description, you help support Brian Phillips RC and all the things that we do RC. Yes, this is not radio controlled. You'll have to get over it because it's awesome. That being said, we also are building an aerodrome. So if you're interested in seeing what that building's gonna hold, stay tuned. We built the pond. The pond came with the dam. The dam came with the runway. Now we have the dam runway and the dam gift shop to suit the dam runway. So we're doing all these things in real time and space, and you can see it all on Brian Phillips RC. So if you're waiting for the next airplane or helicopter, we won't keep you waiting much longer. That being said, what do you guys like about this bike?
It's fast. It actually, you can actually go where you want.
Yes, and then uphill, how does it feel? Does it make you feel like you have enough power?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, because when you give throttle, it goes. We've had a lot of e-bikes that make you feel like Super He-Man going up a hill, and then the power lets out and it's like that. You're pedaling a 100-pound bike that doesn't really help at all because it overcurrents. This thing is one of the first that we've had that has not overcurrented, and short of a Suron or some other souped up version, I've driven one e-bike that was very souped up, and I think it was 15,000 watts. It was insane. The guy, and I about shot it out from under myself. I had no idea what to expect. This thing is not gonna shoot out from under you unless you intend for it to, but I will tell you that it's got enough torque and enough power on demand to do the things that you wanna do to get around a yard like ours. And yes, it will do the hills, and it's the first time we've had one that will actually manage a hill. We need something that manages hills, and it's hard to tell, but just to give you an idea, this is the type of hill we're talking about. This is only about 13 feet, okay? We have 65 feet of elevation change on this property twice, and then a little bit more if you include underwater. So we need hill management. So that being said, awesome job. HeyBike does a good job. We've seen competitors. You've probably seen them if you're looking online. They've been around. They have a good reputation. And so for that reason, we're gonna give it 2 thumbs up. We don't do thumbs up here on Brian Phillips RC, but we will for this. We'll make an exception. And yes, we do have some clips of along with our older son driving, so you can see how that looks and you'll be able to see what the display says. Keep in mind the display is a little bit deceiving in its speed playback. We think it's about 5 to 10% speedier than it really is.
Yeah.
We've seen that on a lot of bikes. Usually it's 1 or 2 miles an hour. This one seems to be 3 or 4 at max.
And we did some clips on the road when she was going 49
Yeah.
is what it says.
So you can see the speed is really there. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, you really don't notice it until I'm driving a golf cart all out at 10 miles an hour, max speed, and he's flying past me at like twice the speed or 3 times the speed or 4 times the speed. It's pretty awesome. And so if you guys are looking for something that's not gonna break the bank, these are economical, it's like the expensive dirt bike. No, it's like a reasonably priced e-bike price, but you're gonna get the dirt bike experience light, truthfully, okay? So awesome, awesome bike. Get one, links in the video description below. Stay tuned, more footage right now. So we're gonna have our older daughter do a high-speed dirt pass, and she's really good at leaning into it, and she's gonna go up and around these trees. We moved these trees, by the way, guys. When we tore out for the pond, we lost a bunch of trees, and so it makes for a really fun path to ride around.
But it's pretty steep.
It is actually quite a technical ride in a lawnmower when you're trying to cut next to a bunch of really small trees. Ask me how I know. But this thing does so good. Okay, so we're gonna have our older son riding at full speed so you can get an idea for how fast it is. It is hard to tell how fast it is because that is a really rough ground. And he's trying to stop about where the canoes are. So you can see the acceleration is very good. The smoothness is very good. And obviously the precision of steering helps make you feel confident as you're going fast off-road, which would be expected on a dirt bike. Did you live?
Yeah.
Good.
The kids have been practicing on the HeyBike dirt bike, and this is with a pretty good tailwind, but this is my 14-year-old daughter. She's currently trying to beat her brother, and she's had it up to 49 on the speedometer on the bike.
YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. You've already seen it run, so you know why I got gloves. It's for a bike. You guys love bikes. On Brian Phillips RC, we do bikes, that's right. They're electric bikes though. Maybe someday they won't be electric. Maybe they'll be nuclear powered. That would still be electric, I guess. But even still, at the end of the day, some of the things we do on this channel have to do with leaf blowers. So if you're not here for the normal Brian Phillips RC fixed wing aircraft or helicopter, don't worry. Don't worry. We're not quitting. It's just that every once in a while we want to do something a little bit different, and we really do like e-bikes. It's one of the fun things that we enjoy as a family, and it's also something that we think you'll enjoy. And by the way, if you think that people in this hobby don't use e-bikes, just go to Joe Knoll with us.
Yep.
And you'll see millions of them that run right in front of your rental car or your RV or your bus or your whatever you're driving.
Or your golf cart. We should review one of those.
Yeah, we should review golf. That's a good idea. Golf cart manufacturers, please reach out. Which, by the way, we do have a golf cart.
We need another one.
And we need like 3 more.
Yeah.
They're awesome. When you have a big piece of property, it's nice to have a golf cart.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna unbox this thing right now. We're gonna build it. We're gonna show all the steps. And this is called the Villain. No, it's not spelled wrong, even if you're like me and you like phonetics and stuff. And you think you should have unnecessary consonants and vowels and letters and words. I mean, we do work with a lot of Chinese brands, so I figured my wife warned me not to say it was spelled wrong.
I just said don't pronounce it wrong.
Villain. Villain. It's not Villian. It's just Villain. That's right. Okay, look at this packaging. Amazing. HeyBike. I didn't even mention the HeyBike. Did you guys know we produce hay? We are hay producers.
Yeah.
So you know what they say about making hay when the sun shines? That's what they say. I don't know.
That's kind of the way it works.
Yeah, and yeah.
Unless
when it's really hot and really dry. That is a nice tube of storage. Okay, so it looks like this thing will strap onto the bike potentially, and then there's silicone overnight bag. Oh, it's even got a strap. That lanyard. That could be nice.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna put that back in there. There's another strap in there too. Not sure exactly how that's gonna relate to the product, but it came in a really nice plastic bag. I'll definitely be keeping that.
Already.
Also, there's accessories here. So now, part of the reason we unpack stuff on this channel, this is the pedals, I think. It's pretty heavy. Is to show you this resilient packaging. It's always fun for us because then I get more packaging to keep against, 52 volts at 5 amps. That's a lot of power. Hey, tip of the day, guys. When you have a charger like this, I'm gonna give you the 100% guarantee you're gonna forget which one goes with which bike, because once you get one, you're gonna get more than one. And you're gonna be like, oh crap. Some of the plugs are a little bit different, so it makes it easy to tell. This is a lithium ion charger. It says charging or charge full or disconnected is blank. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. That is janky as all get out. I'm very disappointed by that. They have anti-slip buttons here. For use with information, technology equipment, for indoor use only. These are all periods here. Risk of electric shock. Dry location use only. Shock hazard do not open.
No period.
Shock hazard do not open. Okay? So it puts 58.5 volts at 5 amps. And it's super light. So, you know, it's kind of like, does it actually do that? I don't know. Oh, they do have a vent on the end. Oh, there's a light.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just plug this in real quick. We are gonna take off the cable ties. One of the reasons we like working with HeyBike, and you're probably thinking they're all dime a dozen Chinese companies. They're all making the same stuff. Ooh, now it's green.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Green must mean charged or full or disconnected. Charge, full, or disconnected.
No, it's fuller.
Charge fuller. Charge full or disconnected? That guy, charge fuller, he's always getting disconnected. We're gonna show you all the ins and outs of this project because everybody else on YouTube, they're just like, wow, look, and it's like, wow, we unboxed it, now it's done.
Yeah,
and it's like 3 minutes, and you're thinking, wow, I wish I could do that in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you aren't gonna do it in 3 minutes, folks. Oh, that is nice. It's like actually organized. I might keep this forever.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
And then look, oh yeah, that's peg adapters, or is this, this.
It's like a with the pedals?
I don't know. Well, it's not pedals, is it?
Or are those just pegs?
Oh boy, it's the keys to my heart.
Keys. You can
2 of them.
keep those.
By the way, thank you. Jeez. So we're gonna undo these. They're gonna bolt on somewhere, and then I'm assuming this left and right, these are pegs. Okay, they're spring-loaded pegs. So you're gonna have to put those on. They're cast iron. And cast iron would be strong, typically. Okay. This looks like it's gonna go like this. It's gonna fold down and into a position where it works. Not sure how all that's gonna happen, but I am gonna keep them in the bags because they're labeled as right and left. Okay, so we'll just kind of spread these out. Be careful on your counter. If you're doing this in your kitchen, just full discretion should be used so your wife doesn't find out you did it in the kitchen.
So like don't have her
film you doing it. Okay, so you're gonna pull this out next. Yep, just another big thick foam. This is good foam, guys. Foam matters. If you get an e-bike and it's packed in like cardboard only, I guarantee it's gonna be damaged in some way. We've had a few bikes that have been packed really good and still been damaged.
This one's got a little bit of damage on your side down by your toes.
Yeah, let's show the people. See that right there?
Yeah.
It says, hey, it's HeyBike.com.
These things are heavy though, getting delivered to you.
Yeah, our delivery agent is a very strong woman.
If you live on like a 3rd floor apartment or something,
yeah,
it's gonna be.
Okay, this is a chair, by the way. Oh, there's the key up here. I like that. This looks really big. Oh man, it's gonna suck to get out. You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like I always do because I don't know if I'm just getting lazier in my old age or I'm getting smarter, but you could argue both ways. I'm gonna go with lazier, but you could say I'm getting smarter. I don't know. Wait till I screw something up. I'm gonna cut along this seam. Now that I know I'm not cutting anything, I can dive in the blade all the way. I'm cutting along a seam that's already stapled together, okay? Why? Because that was probably where I was gonna take it apart anyway. Then I'm gonna tip this forward. On YouTube, you can find a million people that unbox crap. We try to bring some value, and when we see that nobody ever shows how to do this crap, that's why we exist, okay? If you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, welcome to Brian Phillips RC. We do this with airplanes, quads, VTOLs, leaf blowers, that's our joke. Except we actually have done that.
Yeah, and we use that thing all the time and everybody.
Yeah. Every time we do a leaf blower, people get all pissed off. And it's like, guys, we use our leaf blowers like almost every day. And I mean every day, winter, summer, it doesn't matter. I go outside, there's some mess, I leaf blow it. And I use that leaf blower like every day.
Yep.
And the one I bought from the store, I use like, I don't know. Every time I have a work thing. It's actually work about that. It's master first, guaranteed for life to fail.
Yes.
It's not guaranteed for life to fail like tool shop though. Slightly less.
Slightly less.
Okay, so that looks really, really, really good. Really good.
Okay.
It's villainous.
I like the yellow.
It looks like a dirt bike. It looks like a motorcycle. So I'm super excited. My only fear is I don't know how the heck to unpack it, guys.
I know.
These things are always so redonkulous, and that's the peg. That's a peg adapter right there. See it? Show them.
Yep.
Zoom in. See what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So I hope we don't have damage where it's gonna matter. And by the way, that's one thing that we've noticed is that these bike manufacturers have gotten better, but they still kind of suck at packaging at times. HeyBike is one of the better ones. You see this big wear pattern right here? Look at this.
Yeah.
That is a mount that is mounted to that wheel. I'm a little nervous about that. I want to see if it's going to be damaged. And it looks like what they've done is they've somehow compressed the spring so that the bike is like this. It's like the back wheel is like, so I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to have to actually read the manual, which is something that I very reluctantly do. And we talked about it before. We had to talk. It was like when the boss brings you in the office, like, Brian, we need to have a talk.
Yes.
And you're like, about what? That thing I didn't do. Well, my wife, the boss, was like, we're gonna read the manual off camera. So we don't look like idiots this time.
Too late.
So now that I've explained it, we have officially abandoned reading the manual off camera. Whoa.
Wow.
There's decals. Whoa, they give you $150 HeyBike cash. That's pretty cool. I better cover that up because I think it's like, I don't want somebody to use my cash.
Oh.
It's like checking the cash.
Okay.
And Velcro. These are branded things that we talk about all the time. Oh, it's got numbers. Sweet. That is a Villian or Villain. What? She didn't want me to say that out loud. It's all right. Too late.
I will be on our
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Show off your new ride. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Scan this QR code for data mining purposes. Okay. That's what it said. And then they have cash. I'm just going to cover this up. By the way, guys, if you want to buy one of these, just follow the links in the video description below. Then you'll support Brian Phillips RC, because even though it looks like all fun and games, there is quite a bit of work that goes into making these videos. And the work happens before the camera starts rolling. The part where we're actually filming is usually pretty fun and easy and entertaining, and we have a good time doing it, and there's never any huge spousal errors made by me. This is the other pedal. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this, because that is an instruction manual knot.
No, we haven't found that yet. I think you're just gonna have to start taking stuff apart.
Yeah, but like, what do I take apart first?
That.
Okay, that. Okay, they wrapped it with foam on that side. Why didn't they put the, oh, because that protects the bike. Okay, so let's put it on the island. We'll go down here, way down here. Okay. Oh, okay. By the way, I'm just gonna say this right now. HeyBike has been one of the few Chinese brands that actually seems to sell a little bit because of our videos. We don't know why, but thanks for doing that. Whatever you're doing, do it more. Because honestly, this looks really nice. Come over here, show them this. Look at this, it's got a spoke design, but it's like really strong. We just did one the other day, totally different brand, totally different size class, so I don't mind talking about it a little bit. But it had aluminum wheels. I am really nervous to use these.
Yeah.
These are too thick, okay? I was gonna cut these, but guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these Knips cutters. Do we have a link to Knips cutters?
No, I can make one.
These are really expensive.
Talking about them.
Okay. Somebody bought these for me because they were like, you need some sharp ones. And I'm like, dude, I work on industrial electronics. I have nice cutters, but they're not Knips.
Not in here.
Knipex.
More things you can't pronounce. Why don't you?
Because I want to get down there close to, because
Well,
then
I know,
can,
but there's like a
listen, I can
gap.
save this much. Yeah. If you might be a cheapskate, if you're like me.
You should be on that show.
Look at this, watch
on
this.
TLC or.
Do you guys did you ever watch the Extreme Cheapskates?
Yeah, you just like eat people's meal out of
They
the
would go on
restaurant.
dinner dates,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, go over and pretend to be the waiter.
That's how we feel about zip ties.
Take somebody
Plastic
else's
bags.
food. Oh man, I hate to bring them more fame.
We just don't go out to eat.
Oh yeah, because it's so expensive. Well, but that guy, he's like, can I take your plate, sir or madam? Good Lord, it's ridiculous.
This has gone off the rails quickly.
Yeah, it only took like minutes.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 6 or 7 hours in, you get to this stuff. But you know, admittedly, because we usually show the Unbox build radio setup for an airplane as a separate video, we have to be on target.
For the first 13 minutes. So
And then everybody is clicked away, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Then we're back to our true fans, the ones that don't mind if we make ball jokes or nuts jokes. Look at this. This is so weird. But I do, look how thick the oh, that thing is huge. The disc is thick. Looks awesome. What's got a bearing in there? Okay, that's nice. Bearing there and a bearing there. I gotta say, it looks really nice.
16-inch wheels?
Hold on, 40 PSI cold. 14. Yeah.
Not for highway use.
Well, we're gonna test that theory. So, okay, well, now that we know. By the way, okay, just so you know, this bike is gonna be for our older son, okay? That's the theory, and our older daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. It is sort of like, in its colors, I would say it's like a unisex offering, but
Yeah.
you're gonna also notice that it is a mid-drive bike. So there is a chain and everything, just like a regular dirt bike.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you can see from over there, but right here you can see there's a chain, there's a tensioner right here. So I'm not sure how all this is gonna, oh, that's just like the front deflector, my deflector. I am nervous about the light we've been having problems with lights on e-bikes. They're not very bright. And I hope this one, okay, so this is where you would put your choice of numbers. And you can put your Villian stickers on there. You're welcome. And then this, oh, yeah, HeyBike. HeyBike 01. So they just give you other numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just keep going. So far, so good. I mean, it's built really well, it seems like. Oh, there's a strap. Look, there's a shipping strap. See? A ratchet strap. See? Look.
Oh, good.
So you can release that. I definitely won't be keeping this. Oh boy, that's how they held it down. Holy cow. That is
that's
crazy. Because they were holding the yoke down is what they were doing. Okay. That's gonna be annoying now. How the heck am I gonna keep this up? Hon, I need your help keeping it up.
Oh, well, sorry, I'm doing this.
All you have to do is reach down here. That is so weird. Hon, like seriously, I don't want it to fall. Can you put your hand right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, look, that's a legit strap. What the heck? It's not one thing, it's another.
Okay, so maybe don't undo your ratchet strap till you get all the other stuff.
Well, I thought it would stand up straight, but I think what's happened is it's found the low point.
Yeah.
So what I need to do is just reposition this.
Can I just pull this piece of foam
Yeah,
this way?
pull that over. I don't want to damage the floor, hon, but look, we've got legit damage there. Dang it. I think it's going to be okay, but we'll have to touch up the paint. I'll let you take care of that.
Yep, okay, got it.
Yeah.
On it.
And then look, we got this giant piece, huge piece of foam. We'll put this on the ground over here just in case it falls. Oh crap, look. This was sitting over here chilling. It was kind of trapped under it. Oh, then they stuck this.
Yeah.
They stuck stuff all around the chain, which is kind of a weird spot to put things. But you know, I guess it kind of is what it is. I knew this would be a little bit more involved than the one we did for the littler kids. That's probably a front mud flap or a back. That's a rear, I bet. And this one, I bet, is the front because it's a little bit longer. So guys, if you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, don't worry. We haven't decided to quit RC airplanes. Don't freak out. This is just something we do in the middle. We try to do it in spring if we can, because at the end of the day, we're gonna use these things all summer long. And I love coming home to see my kids flying airplanes, but a lot of times I come home and it's like 50-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah.
Like today, what's our gust? What's our gust schedule?
38, I think.
38.
Yeah.
Like you're not flying airplanes in that unless they're like turbine jets. And then why would you
just go ride your e-bike
Just go ride your e-bike. Or fly a helicopter. But even a helicopter at 38 miles an hour, that's getting close to maybe being a little bit too much. Okay. So you can see now the front yoke is down and the back is, they must have that strap somehow. I just don't know how they have it done. Because like, look, it's touching, the tire is touching this thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, that rubbed through too. Look. Okay, so we'll have to cut that off. Holy cow, that is a big brake. Do you see the brake? It's like a huge brake drum. Or not drum, disc. Caliper. Gosh, sorry guys. You'd think I'd never dealt with brakes before. It comes through here. It's all hydraulic. There's a big old like plug cover right here, but I don't know how that works yet. I'll have to figure that out here in a minute. And then this, of course, is gonna be where the pegs are. Got the instructions here. Let's cut that off next. Maybe that'll give us instructions, hon.
Okay.
So let's clip that. Show the people that. Make sure there's no QR codes. Oh, look at that. Okay, so short press, single press, long press. Does it tell us anything once you read it?
No, that just has all of the different, like, what everything is.
That kickstand is huge.
Long press, I noticed that.
I love that. The kickstands suck on some of these e-bikes.
Yeah, they do.
Really bad suck. And yeah, I'm including some of the HeyBikes we've had in the past. This one definitely has a more robust. Okay, that was holding the brake. that was holding the brake, but I don't think it was intentionally to hold the brake. I think it was just to kind of hold the handle so it'd be smaller and not get caught on stuff.
Okay.
Okay, I, for whatever reason, went back to my more heavy duty. I'm going back to the Knipex. The thing about this, folks, if you've never unboxed an electric bike, and all you've seen is the guys that do the like quick shorts that are, you know, 30 seconds to a minute long, you're gonna think it's super easy and it's a 5-minute project. It's not. It's kind of like a couple hour commitment for, well, not a couple hour, maybe an hour commitment.
Hour and a half.
Something like that.
Usually.
So if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, that's one of our claims to fame is we do long format content so that you can see exactly what you're getting into. And for some of you, this might be a little bit more than you want to handle. So maybe get a buddy lined up, have them watch this in super hyper fast motion so you understand what you're getting into. I still don't understand, like, how is it compressed?
Yeah.
What in the heck did they do? There must be a clip somewhere that's like holding the wheel down. There's no zip tie on the tire. And I don't think, it's like they have the spring pressure all down, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to push that down to lift it up or exactly how this is gonna work because everything is kind of compressed and trapped. And once I let go, it's gonna be even more unwieldy without the front wheel on, so I'm sort of reluctant to mess with it until such a time. I'm pretty sure this is not the way it's gonna sit, right?
No, because it's the tire.
It's compressed all the way down, right?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy?
No.
Guys, look at the chain. That is so cool. It's like milled out of one piece of aluminum, it looks like. Or steel. Might be steel. It's kind of hard to tell. No, that's gotta be steel. Sorry. And the chain is not taut, so that's the other thing. So we're gonna have to screw with that at some point. I'm tempted to say we need to get the front yoke up here.
Yeah.
And then this is the light, of course. That's the same light we had on the other one, isn't it? No, it's got a horn on it too. It's a horny light.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is super similar to the one we just had the other day. I bet it's gonna be super dim. We'll find out. I hope it's not, but I'm not holding my breath. Then this, let's pull this thing out. And guys, what I'm talking about is like, we ride a lot at night.
Yeah.
Because guess what we do when it's not night?
Fly airplanes.
We film. And so if you're anything like me, I mean, you don't fly in the dark. You might, it's kind of illegal, but whatever.
Well, and for where we live, like that's when it's nice in the summer. It gets
We get the
cooler at night and
transition.
stuff, and so then the kids are out riding.
Yeah, that's when our family goes out and hangs out. We turn on all the lights outside and we go hang out and we have our good time. That's our family time. And so we really enjoy e-bikes for that reason. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Oh, they covered it up.
Oh, that's weird.
Is that a protectant? Yeah, that is.
Lighting problem.
Oh, then maybe move your body over there, I wonder. See this? That's a lanyard with a safety.
I think there's like a safety.
Yeah, so you don't, because it's got a twist throttle. Okay, that makes sense. Because you could hypothetically turn this on now, and they're trying to make it so that if you pop off, you pull the key, the magnetic key. I want to get this off of here. Because guys, with twist throttles, you gotta be careful. Because, by the way, magnetic, look. See? So we'll just lay that there. We will need it. More packaging. This is kind of a legit bike. Like, this is a legit dirt bike.
Yeah.
I thought it was more of like an e-bike that kind of looked like a dirt bike, but it's feeling more and more legit as I handle it because it's like heavy duty. I just hope it's not heavy duty to the point where it's just heavy and it's not duty. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. This is a DOT 3 or 4. Brake fluid from sealed container. That brake feels really good. Like it's legit. I am so happy about that, guys. Some of these e-bikes have the crappiest brakes.
Yeah, and those are
they immediately wear out. That's the problem. Is when you have a light duty brake on a heavy duty application, your brakes don't tolerate it. They just immediately start squealing and they deflect and get wiggly. Man, I'm up a lot of zip ties, son.
Good. There's one more down here still up here.
Dang it.
Trying to get them all.
I am trying to get them all, yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't really care about saving all of them. I'm just Just be careful when you cut down here because you're really tight on the handle and I don't want you to damage your finish work. And this is admittedly, like this is a tough spot for these unboxes because you've got your hands full, you've got all this crap and you're like not really sure how everything's, that's how it's gonna bolt. Those yoke adapter things go up here, hun.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep, okay, so more garbage. By the way, if you're old like me and your knees suffer from being on hard surfaces, then you can put all this foam and stuff down under your knees, which would be nice if the camera crew would help me with that one. Yes, thank you. So then you can put your knee on it and it does help a lot. Okay, hon.
Okay.
The next thing I need is those thingies, the yoke adapters. That's the technical term, the yoke adapter.
Okay.
Okay, so it's pretty obvious where this goes, okay? But what's not so obvious is the light, okay? So I think the light will need to be somewhat untangled and you'll wanna be careful so you don't get this in the wrong orientation. But you see how there's cables and stuff? I bet you anything that light goes right there, hun.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
See, this is the hard part about doing an e-bike is that you never know how the heck they go together until you start putting it together. And yes, it gets pretty obvious at a certain point, but you don't know until it's like you're halfway built.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? We'll probably find a manual at the very end.
Probably. So I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. And if you look right here with me, this is going to key into either side, either direction. Shouldn't matter. So just slide this in. And I'll start by spinning it on the top. And I want to intentionally leave it like really loose, okay? You know why? So I can line up the yoke.
Okay.
Or the handle on the yoke. Now, the other thing is these are going to be going between the two, even though they'll be in the front, okay? So you just don't want to trap this wrong. Okay, so once you undo that, kind of do the old reach around. Hun, could you help me with that?
No, my hands are full.
Oh, dang it. It's all right. We'll get you one of these times. Trick you on camera. See this? Okay, so now it's loose and it's loose. Eventually we're gonna need to get in here and you're gonna have just limited amount of travel on your tool. So the other option is I'm thinking I'm gonna leave this here until I have it positioned properly.
Okay.
Let's just go all the way until it's most of the way down because it's easier from the top, okay? Oh yeah, that's all the more I'm gonna get. There's also a tightening joint here and here that's gonna set the cylinder, the top of that spring cushion. Guys, look, you've got a bunch of tools. This one is a nut driver. This one is a big Allen. So let's see if that big Allen is right. Allen, are you right? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, that didn't work very good. I just slipped right out. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, that's too small.
Let me pull those.
Yeah. Why don't you just move all the crap out of the way for me? Camera crew, why don't you film what you're doing so people can see?
Oh.
Okay, guys, my concern is this is not big enough to drive this. See, it's too big. So is there another tool somewhere that we're missing?
Oh, wait, is this one bigger? That's over here on this corner?
Yes, I didn't notice it. I'm sorry. Good catch. See? Thank you.
Yep.
So then this one's gonna go there, and then this one's gonna go under. Now, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. We can't use these as a torque multiplier. So far, these are the tools that I provided to the party, and then a pair of scissors, and these for pulling out staples. We always like to show what tools we used. These are pretty much the same tool, okay?
Right.
Just this one's better than this, okay? So if you're keeping track, that's what we provided. Everything else is gonna come out of the box, but there's gonna be one more thing I'm gonna provide, and that's gonna be a crescent wrench. Folks, the crescent wrench, also known as a sizable wrench, if you're not using brand specific titles, this is a Master Force sizable wrench, not a crescent wrench, AKA a crescent wrench. This one's metric, just kidding. What? So now all I gotta do is get in here and tighten this. So you look how fun that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's
so
gonna be.
I'm gonna just go back over if I have enough height. I do. I do. So folks, here on Brian Phillips RC, we show it in all its pain and suffrage. If I would have put the light on first, that would have been out of the way. See, I torque that down by hand, torque this down by hand. No, my objective is not to make this look as painful as possible. It's to make it look exactly as painful as it was. Why?
Because that's what you're gonna have to do when you do it at your house.
Yep, that's right.
It's true.
So guys, we say this all the time on this channel. The full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. Nothing but the truth, so help us God. And that's why we do this, is because there's a million people on YouTube that will clip out all the hard parts and leave you with all the easy parts.
Yeah.
That's called lying. We try not to do that. Or maybe it's just like, you know. Deceptive. We try not to be deceptive. We are truthfully annoying. Annoyingly truthful. Look at this. A tool that we brought to the show that was not included. Oh yeah. Torque that son of a gun. Okay. Then same thing here. Now, why would you be worried about torquing these down, hon?
Because if your handlebars come off while you're riding,
what happens to you?
Then you hit your head on the concrete and then you can't smell anymore.
Right. What if your wife is a good cook? Can you smell?
That's a bummer for you.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. What if you like bacon?
You're having a hard time getting it in there, aren't you?
Well, if you would take your hand and just help me get it up there, it would be so much easier. This is awkward, folks. Now, I'm not saying that it would be any less awkward if my hands were free, but it probably would be. And also, I gotta say, the manual that has not manifested itself yet.
Right.
See, I just feel like this is gonna be better to torque once it's in, because then everything's gonna be true.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just torque it down first.
Okay. Perfect.
Did you guys catch how I did that? Whatever the hardest possible way is, that's usually about the way I do it.
That's the way we're gonna do it.
But you know what's funny? It's because everybody's like, well, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it that way? You know, they have this special phraseology. What's it called?
Do it yourself?
No.
Oh.
Hindsight is?
2020.
Exactly. AKA, we don't know because we've never done this one before. I think we're gonna do this now, just because we can. Now, you could go up or you could go down, and I'm thinking, look at that crap popping out.
Oh, that's nice.
No me gusta. Look at that, guys. That's supposed to be potted. No me gusta. Should I goop in that?
I don't know. We're probably gonna have to do something, right?
Let's goop it.
Okay.
Pause while I get the goop. It's the amazing goop. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first. This is an RTV room temperature vulcanization RTV cylinder, okay? And so I use this stuff at work. I use this at home. I use it everywhere.
Yes.
No matter where I am, I use it. And I like it because it's really easy to clean off your fingers. It's kind of like my favorite China glue. Hon, need your help. Hold it. Hold it tight. Okay, so I had to fix our mailbox. So I was working on yesterday. So this might still be soft. And if it is, that'll be great. So I'm gonna tighten this tip. Oh yes, oh yeah, awesome. Okay, so now I have to do this like you're gonna have to hold still. Okay. Hey, try not to move. Okay, so now look. These tip savers, I don't usually use these, but if you cut off the tip that comes with this, you can stick them back in sometimes and sometimes not. So he's gonna wanna poop out, but that's okay because it'll dry on there. And then it might save the stuff in the tip, okay? So now let go. See how nice and clear that is? That stuff will dry and it'll get firm and you can work it for a minute or two before it permanently sets itself up into that position. I need you to hold it again right there. Don't move it, like right there. You gotta hold it in that position. Kneel down if you have to.
I'm on the staples.
Okay, so imagine what it's like to film these videos with your wife, people, for just a quick second. Just think how fun that would be. Think how amazing that would be. No, you can't move your hand. Okay. If you had 4 hands, please, I need you to try to hold still as much as you can. I only get one shot. I only get one shot. Okay. All right, everybody. Remember, filming with your wife. Think how amazing that would be. Okay, so now this needs to dry for minutes. And that bolt, you see how I freed it? So it's not stuck firmly? All I want to do is just let that stuff vulcanize. So we can either hold this here with a zip tie, or we can hold this here with our human body for uno momento. Okay, folks, so I had an idea while we were paused for a second there. I'm just gonna see if I can just get this up here temporarily. Just gonna undo this bolt, and then I'm just gonna run it in. And just all I wanna do is just temporarily, while this RTV stuff is RTVing, okay, just like that. And we'll just let that set up for a minute. And the funny thing is that stuff, you can spread it a little bit. And if you lick your finger, you can work it after it's set up a little bit. And then you can shape it into a nice shape with a big old slather of spit. It's gross.
Great.
Yep. And then that'll set up. Now, guys, I want to talk about RTV, room temperature vulcanization. So this stuff, this goop, it's like shoe goo. It's what it is. And the thing that's nice about this is you can make a splice, and then you can cover it up, and you can spread it out. And if you don't get quite enough, you just put a little bit more on top. This stuff will shrink out just a hair, and it'll stay somewhat clear, unless it's getting baked in the sun, and then sometimes it'll give you trouble. But minutes, like literally minutes, it'll have a skin over it, we'll be able to work with it. And so it works really nice. So while that happens, I'm just looking around the bike to see if I can figure out any more clues on what the heck we're gonna have to do to get that up. All right, so we're gonna like show you this. This has been setting up for a few minutes. We were like, let's take a second, we'll pause. We moved around a little bit of stuff, but this had a chance to cure. Okay, now you guys may not have to do that with yours. I hope you don't. They sure didn't in the HeyBike video from China. Okay, so we'll take that out. They show installing the light and then the handlebars, just in case you were wondering. So I guess we'll do that. It doesn't really matter. You can do them in either order. But this tool was in the kit. We grabbed it and got it prepared beforehand. You can see they're pretty high quality hardware. Okay, so now this goes flat like that if you want to keep this low. And if you want to do it the other way, you can do it this way too. And I like that better. So I'm gonna do that. Now you guys may disagree, you may not want to do it that way. It's your call, it's your bike, do it however you want. I want the extra headspace. And meaning it's up higher, so it'll get higher than the guard. Because the problem is, if you get really close down by the mud guard, which will be installed before the wheel, in case you guys are wondering, then you're gonna cast a shadow really bad, okay? And yes, there is a QR code we've noticed, and there's a QR code that'll take you to a video. You can also find that video by following the links like you're gonna buy it from Brian Phillips RC. Just go down to the video description, you'll find it there. And when you get to the channel, or excuse me, to the HeyBike website, there'll be a place where you can see the video. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Did I say that wrong?
Mm-hmm. No, that's right.
Okay, so now this, I'm gonna try to get in here and just tighten these down a little bit with my fingers first. These are the type of, they got like a shoulder on them, these nuts. So they work pretty good. I like those because a lot of times they have, oop, wrong size, gotta go up a step. We'll go to this size here. Oh, that's got a Phillips on the end. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Jeez, now I have to try to use this thing over here. Are you kidding? Ridiculous. See this, guys? This stupid Phillips tip on there. Like, why do they need a Phillips bit on this? I just need to drive this thing. I don't even think there's any Phillips stuff on this, is there?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I guess I'll just do it 4,000 small turns.
Is that going to be adjustable once it's tight, or are you tightening it into a firm position?
The answer to your question is, it depends on how tight you tighten it.
Okay.
If you tighten it a lot, then it's going to stay there forever. And if you tighten it a little, then it's going to stay there and you'll be able to move it up and down. So I'm trying to tighten it in such a way that we can still make some adjustments, but of course it's just, I would like to have just used the long end because then it would have been perfect. It is nice that they give you tools, guys, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's like, you know, be nice if we didn't have to fight that. You can't get a lot of torque with these longer handles. And by the way, that is one of the things I should say to their defense, is that a lot of times you get short handled ones and you can't torque stuff down properly. Okay, so that's really tight, okay? And I'm just going for, it's as close as I'm gonna get it right now without knowing how it's gonna be aimed. But I wanna loosen this side just a hair. I got it like way, oops, wrong way, sorry. Yeah, you can adjust it, but you gotta work at it, okay? So that's pretty good there. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just getting a little bit concerned this thing's gonna wanna tip on me. Keep in mind, you have to torque these down, which we already did, okay? But once we get this in, you may have to re-torque a little bit more, okay? So the handlebar part has this plastic on there, and we got to get that out of the way. So I'm not sure. Camera crew, hand me the scissors, please. Okay, so I'm gonna just take the scissors, see if I can just do it this way. Here, maybe I can rip it the rest of the way. By the way, if you haven't already pulled off your safety, pull your safety off, because you could accidentally turn this on, and that would be kind of like a mess, to say the least, at this point. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the one side and let it flip around. And we'll probably still have to totally remove it to get it back around, but that's okay. At least I can get this out of my hands, okay? So you'll notice that I'm kind of have to make a decision on the angle, but it's kind of hard to make a decision on the angle at this point because you don't know exactly how everything is gonna align. Just welcome to the club of e-bike building. There's a lot of steps in e-bike building where you're not really sure what the next step is gonna hold. And so you gotta do your best. Man, that is a wide bite, look at that. That is crazy. Like it's got a big gap. I'm surprised there's a big gap like that. We don't see that hardly ever. And by the way, this is cast. So if you over tighten it, you'll break it. I don't think you'll probably have an easy time doing that, just full disclosure, but just be careful, you can break them. I've broke them before. Kind of reminds me of a ram mount. If you guys use ram mounts on stuff, they are super nice, by the way. Okay, so now I know I need to go over to the side here, but I'm just getting these mostly tight, then I can walk it. So you wanna get your gapping about the same, and you wanna get this to where it needs to be. Now this is gonna be canted forward, you know, because just imagine you're riding the motorcycle, you know, you don't want the brakes to be pointed uphill because your arms as a rider are gonna be like this. So if you go too steep like this, it's gonna be very uncomfortable and you have to adjust all this crap. So this needs to go forward like that, okay? But you see what's gonna happen to the lights? Gosh, it's gonna block the light again. It's just like the last dirt bike we did. That is so annoying. Depending on how this goes, we may end up, oh, those are stiff, man. You're not putting those, they're just gonna be where they are. Man, I don't like that at all. That's gonna block our light something fierce. Wonder if there's a way we could trade angles or something.
Maybe once we get it tight, we can.
Maybe we can force it around here. Or like this.
Or that way.
Like that, maybe? I don't know, that's like, it's hydraulics, so I mean, it shouldn't hurt it. I'm gonna lean on just, that's probably what we're gonna have to do for now. But let's just go ahead and get as far forward as we think we're gonna need, like this. I think that's pretty close. You wanna be canted quite a bit, don't you think?
Okay.
I would say get on there and just see how it fits, but you can't get on there and see how it fits because you can't get on there at all because it's still sitting in a weird angle. We did figure out what was going on with the back. The spring is just not mounted yet. Okay.
At least those are accessible from the top.
They are. They're pretty easy to get to. So I'm gonna just go in a star pattern now. So basically diagonal, I should say, not a star necessarily. So as we torque this down, you don't wanna like crimp the pipe on one side versus the other. But this one was like the loosest. And if your bite points are really uneven, like this one's open and this one's closed, you might need to adjust that later, depending on how things bite. And like I was telling you earlier, how like you can actually break these. I bet this will break first. I bet it'll just crimp. Okay, so throttle, brake. Oh, we can pull this protector off, which is pretty sweet. Get that out of the way. We got our reverse, light, plus minus M. Looks like these, I can't help but feel like these are upside down.
Does seem kind of weird.
Like, why are they that way? Did I do this backward by chance?
No.
No, because that's supposed to be over there, and then the lettering is correct, and that's correct.
And your throttle would be your right hand.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. Except I think dirt bikes might be kind of backward because you got a clutch involved. So, I mean, it looks sweet. I'm really excited to see it all together. By the way, it's just tipsy, and that's really frustrating. We were fighting that right before we stopped the video earlier. Well, that'll help a little bit.
Okay.
So now we've got the handlebars too to help protect things. As you can see, we've got a lot more tools out. We had our little stupid snafu with the LED. The next move we have to do is actually putting on the mud flat for the front mud flat. So that's got 3 screws that go into it. And it's a pretty easy process, but the thing is, I'm trying to think if it'd be easier to flip this thing upside down, but now we have this in the way. So it's like, there's just never an easy way with an e-bike. They always show it, and then there'll be like this weird clip in the manufacturer's video where like, they go from like, there's like all these steps done. That's usually about this step.
Well, and sometimes we put it up on the island, but
it's a little bit big.
Heavy. Yeah.
It's a little bit big even for us. So what I was thinking is if I can hold the brake, I just don't know which one's the back. I was wondering if I could, oh, that's sweet. I mean, if I hold both, I was just thinking if I could bring it back on the wheel, we could bring it back far enough because we have to put a mud flat back here too.
Right.
But my thought was if we could bring it back on its, like standing up, maybe we could support it on a piece of foam up here. And that would give us an easier access. Let's see if we can reposition it. We'll show you what we did. Okay, so in the Chinese video from HeyBike, they don't show damaging the floor, but just look, we damaged our floor. Right there, gouge, scrape, gouge, whoops. So that's the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. It's really annoying. We've run into this a number of times, why we've been doing e-bikes and or big, heavy things. Just be careful. We were trying our best and we still failed and damaged the floor, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it was obviously not my fault. I can only say that because we're filming. She can't kill me on film. That's all right.
At some point.
So I'm cutting these off because we put this up here for a reason. I wanted to show you guys this. By the way, this clip, this is the clip. This in the unbox is what they leave out of the video. So if you're wondering where the difficulty comes in this, it's one of these things that's kind of like you'll forget 20 minutes after the bike is done that you scratched the floor because you're gonna have your dining table on top of it. And it's gonna be no big deal because your kid's gonna be riding this thing and you're gonna think that is the like most awesome thing ever. Unless the bike sucks, which we'll also show. But you're probably not this far. We have a guard here and a guard here. That's pretty sweet, okay? These do matter. This goes there, okay? And then you actually do use the shaft. Many times this shaft is a shipping rod. You actually do use that. So what we were getting ready to do is put these 3 bolts together with this mud flap, okay, mud deflector, which is gonna go here, okay? So it should be a pretty easy process, but you know, one of the things that we do on YouTube that seems like a giant waste of time is showing all the steps. The reason we do it is because we're the only ones that show scratching the floor, okay? We want you to know what you're getting into because then you can get your buddy here and you can bribe him with something while your wife is gone to build this.
Yes.
Be worth it, I promise. But that being said, if your wife is your only option to help you build your e-bike,
we're sorry.
Or you can find some kid in the neighborhood and be like, see, watch this video. The Chinese guy did it in 5 minutes on 3 times speed. But to be honest, they do have a pretty good video. I mean, it's helpful, answers some questions. But you know what it doesn't do?
Scratch your floor.
You have to do that yourself. You know what they say, be a man, brick it yourself. Well, this time my wife did it on my direct instructions.
So full of crap.
Yeah, That's not what you said off camera.
Nope.
It's okay. Don't worry. This flooring actually does suck, by the way.
It does. It's
if you guys are
terrible
looking
looking.
for flooring,
Don't
we built
buy
this
those.
house 7 years ago. Okay, we built it. It was brand new. And this flooring, our crew that put it in, I think they did a pretty good job on the floor.
Yeah, it's not there.
But we have had so many problems, especially if you have chairs that you roll in front of a computer screen. I would show you, but it's embarrassingly terrible.
It is bad.
It's so bad that I like stain the broken flooring and then just like don't care anymore because we fixed it so many times. What was it, like 3 times we fixed it?
At least.
Okay, so this time we're gonna put this in here. There is a hole for a pass-through. I'm not sure why. They must have another accessory you can use. And this brake line kind of is fighting me right now. And so I'm not sure if there's a trick to that. I'm gonna pull it forward and then I'm gonna go in like this and see if I can get that to give us the clearance we need. That's a very thick mud flap, by the way. I am doing this the right way, aren't I?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So here on Brian Phillips RC, we like to teach and also explore new, fun, different ways of enjoying electronics. In this case, it'd be a bike. If you guys love the e-bike, smash the like button. And if you hate them, also smash the like button. See, they'll never know. We do always think it's hilarious. Our like ratios on these videos are always like super low.
Yeah.
Because people are like, geez, Brian, you scratched your floor? What an idiot, thumbs down.
Yes.
Or like, why did you get mad at your wife? That looks like a perfectly not stressful and frustrating project. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That. Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Oh, that's sweet. Look, there's a sight gauge on this hydraulic brake. Look at that. You had the light on.
I had the light on when you were doing your
Turn
black
it
on black. That doesn't.
Shine it in there. Shine it in there. Like, get it really close. Look at that. It's too bad you can't see oil. It'd be kind of nice if you could see the oil.
Shouldn't you be able to see the oil?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Devil's in the details, people. Okay, so also along the same lines of frustrating builds, if you need help setting up an airplane, we'll help get you there. It's not as easy or as fast as anybody tells you it is that's trying to sell you an airplane. We just want to sell you on the entire package deal because at the end of the day, some of these things are kind of a pain to put together, but they're worth it. They're fun.
Well, and once they're together, they're together.
You do forget about how terrible it was to build some bikes.
Yeah.
Some bikes have been really bad. This has not been too bad.
No, it's just kind of heavy and awkward.
It's actually really heavy
It is.
and really awkward because the back wheel doesn't turn because it's trapped. Okay, going back to the tool that's not provided, guys. Look at this. I'm going to use the hole on the back here. I'm going to use this to twist so I can get that torque on there. They definitely did not do that in the Chinese
They
video.
definitely did not.
But they also had like a motorcycle stand they were using. So in case, if you guys don't have a motorcycle stand and you like to do all your builds in your kitchen, you're a good company. By the way, there's a guy that does e-bikes on YouTube. Weird. He does a
Only
lot.
one.
He does a lot of them. He's really good. He's in California. He's got this beautiful ride that he takes them on. Of course, always makes me super jealous, other than living in California.
Right.
There's like 4,000 people in every video. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Just counting
That's
my eyes out.
too many
thinking about
people.
that many people.
Yeah.
Except we're getting ready to go to Denal.
Yeah, but then we get to come home to not 4,000.
Well, no, but I mean, it's not 4,000. That's like 10,000. But it's all people who like RC.
Yeah.
Okay, that's tightened. I think it's okay. That was probably the least smooth part of this process because we chose to put it up here. There was a second reason we did that though, and that is because I hate bending over to build stuff. And so our next move needs to be to put the front axle through the wheel. And then we have to put the brake on, the caliper has to be mounted. There's also a protective film on this light. I was kind of thinking about holding off on that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it off. This light might be better than I thought because you can tell when you look at an LED, when the bulb has a good spread type element like this, move the camera so they can see the LED as you see the LED, you see the, you see the LED? What that tells me is that there is gonna be a wide spread of light. It doesn't always come to fruition, but that's usually what it means. And you also notice we tuck these hydraulic lines back here. I think we're gonna be okay, but I don't know yet. And if this holds true, I like where they are. But also, this might make better sense to just go like that. Yeah, that was like a million times better.
Right, because it's gonna end up through this little thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes.
It does? Oh, this?
Yeah. After.
Oh, it goes on the front.
They have a lot of packaging on this thing.
Yeah, I know, but and yet it's still been.
I wonder if we should have left that packaged until we have the wheel on.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that too, but then I'm like, I got to figure out what direction it goes, because if you put the wheel on, it's going to kind of dictate where this is. If you put the wheel on and it's through here, I guess you could still take it out. Oh, so this clamp actually holds on to that.
But not till the end. Well, at least.
I don't know. I don't know that there's really a wrong way to do it. There's just the hardest possible way, which is the way.
So that's the way we want to do it.
Look, right here. Oh, and there is a guard in here, by the way, that keeps the brakes opened. So I'm going to just lay this down gently here.
Okay.
Okay, so the next step, this is going to be a little bit tricky because of the nature of the way we've set up our rig. Okay. They do include all these tools. I also have this. I wonder if that would be a little easier. Nope.
What does that go to?
It goes to the nut.
Oh.
It goes to the nut. Okay, so then 18 millimeters, 16 millimeters, 15, 13, 12, 14, 10, and 8. Yep, so that's right. Okay, so remember, we have to keep track of which one's which. Okay, so I'm just loosening this right now. It's actually pretty tight, surprisingly tight. Getting close. Now I can do it by hand. So what I want to do is, when I pull this out, I'm going to leave this over here, and I'm going to leave this one on. Okay? Yeah, it's a nylock. That's why. See, look. Oh, no. It's not a nylock. It's a metallic lock. That's weird. Huh. You guys see those threads? That's a modified thread, so it's got a bite on it. So it's like a nylock, but it's not nylon. It's actually metal. Okay, so slide this back. Pull this off. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I'm going to leave this right there. It is going to want to try to walk away on us, but just keep your tools in close proximity. I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to just give myself a little bit of a wide berth with tools. Because once the wheel gets on here, then it's going to become more unwieldy.
Right.
And that's one of the things. It's like we always wait as long as we can to actually do some of these steps, because it is, like I said, unwieldy, or it can become unwieldy. Okay, so we talked earlier about the bearings here. So we're passing through this. It's a pretty simple mechanism. It's not like we have a motor on this or anything, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lay this down, pull the bolt through. Now, it is heavy and weird because the back is not assembled yet.
Right.
So the suspension,
loose.
you can lift the chair and this would fall apart, okay? But it's so heavy, it's staying together. So all I need to do is have the camera crew probably hold this while I lift up the yoke to reach it. And then I'm gonna slide this, I'm gonna ram that rod through. Can you see in the camera?
I think I'll be able to, yeah.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure if this is gonna work. But guys, if we scratch our forward to get in this position, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Oh, I could just roll it back like this, hon. Look,
Okay.
No, it's fine. I've got all the weight and it's really easy.
Okay.
So my only issue is now I need probably a second set of hands to do this if we're gonna do it this way, okay?
Yeah.
Because I can't balance this. So if you wanna stay right there, we'll do it without a second set of hands. And this is why you have an award-winning YouTube channel. We don't have any awards. No. I just made that up. Okay, so stolen valor, Brian. Okay, we're gonna slide this in. Oh, good Lord, this is awkward. Oh yeah, right in there. So if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, just imagine I knew what the heck I was doing. How much better.
Do you want me to hold the bike?
What I want you to do is make it end.
Okay, well.
Okay, so if you can hold the bike, you see where my hand is? Just lean it up against your body. Okay. So now I got to take the threads back out, and I got to go back for the spacer. God, they make this awkward.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the spacer's in.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, now hold on.
Yep.
Let me get this started, and then we can just put it back down, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. it's not gonna roll. The weird thing is it won't roll.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm positive.
But it's gonna tip though now.
Look at this, guys. I'm gonna try to slide it. Beautiful. So now it's gonna wanna tip like the camera crew was talking about. So we'll just have to have a second set of hands on it for a minute.
Okay.
So for those, like I said, for those of you that don't have, can you like just control this part and I'll control everything else? 16 millimeters. I'm gonna torque this down. I'm gonna spin my right hand first. I'm gonna end up over here. And we don't need to put the brake on until this is torqued down, okay? Oh geez, that spun off. Oh, good Lord. Did you see that, guys? Yeah. What a lame-o. Look, this thing slipped. Ridiculous. Probably because it's 15, I bet. Can you please pull it toward me?
Toward you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so it is 15. Oh, can't believe it let me on there. That's nuts. Okay, so now, let me go back to another non-China tool. Oh wait, this one's Chinese too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got more out of it. Good enough for my taste. So now I'm gonna lay this down. Camera crew's gonna switch back over to where she was. Okay, so now that we have that torqued, we're in a better spot. We have a little bit better control. We take a breather if we needed to. So now we just need to figure out the best way to do this. And I know some of you are thinking, just put it upside down. Yeah, but guys, it never goes like you think.
Right.
No matter what angle you put this thinking thing, it's gonna be awkward. They always are. We've done so many bikes, they're always awkward at this stage. Okay, so this brake caliper has 2 bolts that go in and they're passed through. So I'm just backing them off. And I think they have to come all the way out if I recall. And yes, I know you're gonna have to just move your body a little bit if you need to. So now this brake has a keeper in it. See, that keeps the brake pads so they don't fall out, okay? So then that has to go down here. And I honestly don't know where the heck it bolts to. Where does it bolt to?
Oh, down here. It's like clear. Look.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch sides. So just keep a hand on it. Keep a hand on it. Keep a hand on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Except I'm not gonna be able to film what you're
No,
doing.
it's just you're gonna have to keep a hand on it is what you're gonna have to do for a minute. And then I'm just trying to figure out, does this go around like that? Or does it go around like
the top.
this? I just wanna get it right the first time, so you have to redo it.
And then it goes into that little clippy thing at the end.
You move the bike. You can't move the bike. Oh, there we go, guys. You see what just happened there? That might be the ticket right there. So that means that this caliper is gonna go under. These are gonna come out and pass through, okay? So the hardware comes out like this, and then you're gonna rock it into position like that, okay? I think. Jeez. How do we get ourselves sucked into these things?
I don't know.
I think we love our kids, is what it is. By the way, in case you guys were doing the math, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. I'm too fat for this bike.
Are you? Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'll be able to get on it. I'll be able to ride it to like show that I'm too fat for it, but this is not for me. Okay, see, look. I just don't know. Do I need to be going around this thing before I tighten
That
it?
seems
Like, it's probably the way they designed it. I don't
know. How much suspension is there? You don't like.
So you're thinking it goes like this.
That's what I would think, but
I genuinely don't know. And they are unclear in the video, so. And yeah, you have to get this bolt through to hold the caliper in place. And then this hose is gonna wanna fight you. I gotta admit, it's not really obvious how it's supposed to go. I think I'm gonna have to figure out which bolt or which drive I need. Not that. It's this one. Oh, for God's sake. It's the Phillips one. Why?
I have not seen a Phillips thing on here yet.
There is a Phillips thing on here.
Oh, there is?
Right there. For one. And we have a million crappy Chinese Phillips screwdrivers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, of all the places, I don't really need a Phillips tool. But there's a lot of people that probably don't have, I don't know, we're kind of getting into the realm of people that have tools.
Yeah.
This is a dirt bike. It's not like a bicycle. I don't know, maybe.
Really?
You think, I don't know, maybe people don't.
If you don't have a Phillips screwdriver at your house, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, seriously. No, I'm talking, well, I guess you're right with the Phillips screwdriver, but like you might not have metric drivers, like heck.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the very real life of a YouTube influencer, if you want to call us that. We influence people on why not to do things. Okay, so they don't give very specific express instructions on how to do this step, and this would have been a kind of this would have been a helpful one to know.
Brakes are maybe kind of like a critical component.
As long as you know how to stop and get off of it. For God's sake, I'm not even going to be able to use the crappy screwdriver anyway, because you can't get the torque at the right angle. So I'm going to have to get a screwdriver out of my kitchen cabinet. It's like everybody has screwdrivers in their kitchen. Right?
Right.
That's normal.
Everybody I know.
Yeah, well, that might be true for you. Okay, all right. And by the way, this is all part of this like mud guard thing. Splash guard thingy. Okay, that does help to get access to this.
Okay.
And again, now, because they included the stupid Phillips multi-tip on this one. Oh, this one might not be so bad though, because then look, I can do that at least. Okay, now, can you, I can't tell which one is the brake.
Give me that.
Pull the brake. Yep, that's it. You've got it.
Okay.
Put your body where it was again, please, so it doesn't tip. Thank you. This is just one of those moments in the build where you realize, I hope I'm getting this right because I do not want to have to redo it. See, it's squaring up as I torque that. And I would normally spin this, I would idle it and before I tightened it, because a lot of times you got to make small minor adjustments to the brake, but I don't know if we're going to be doing that on this one, hon.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not even in the hole. Are you kidding me? Let go of the brake, please.
I am not touching the brake.
Oh, it's tight because I torqued the other one down pretty good. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I had not actually penetrated with the screw. I'm pretty sure I'm in there now.
Yeah, it's going in now. I can see it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to go down and just grind that tip off. Should I do it? Just to show people it can be done? But then we'd have to put a grinder on our,
Yeah, exactly.
our island. Okay, so that's good. And that's good. And those brakes look tight. Okay, so now add this to the list of tools that we used that aren't included, okay?
Okay.
A Phillips number 2 long handle. You could use a short handle, but you'll be closer to the tire, so. And yes, for those of you at home watching saying, just use your own tools, Brian. Yeah, you could do that. But we do like to, part of telling the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, is we show what comes with the machine and what doesn't. Okay. All right, so step back. I'll go ahead and take over the controls of the front. So now at this point, we have to do the next weird step. And the weird step is, I'm still not even sure how we're gonna do this. We could put the bike on the edge of the counter here.
Are we gonna be able to kickstand it if we put it down? Not yet.
What is the kickstand gonna do?
Nothing yet, is it?
Exactly. So the only thing I was thinking is if we could get it up on the edge of the counter here without breaking the counter, that would be, wouldn't it be awesome if we scratch a floor and broke our granite?
That would be a...
You would be happy. Yeah. I think we're gonna put it up on there. I don't see another easy way.
Okay.
When I say easy, I mean, I don't see another possible way, because they had a bike stand in the video and they of course clipped all of it out where they had it on bike stand.
Yeah.
This thing, you have to separate it like this. Like I could lift this up. If we had 2 people and we weren't filming, you could probably do that.
Right.
So we could also get a second set of hands, like the guy who's gonna ride it, maybe.
Right. We might need that.
Or do you wanna just put it up here?
We can just try and put it up there, but I'm gonna have to help you.
Okay,
Right.
We'll pause, get it up, and then we'll come back. All right, so if you wanted to see the best cluster of this entire build, it was that thing. It's now on the counter. Actually, having the front wheel on the counter did help in our process of pivoting it. We were able to hold here, lift it up, And as this separates, it falls apart, it's showing you that you're now disconnected. And that's how they collapse the whole suspension for shipping. Okay, so we have a helper here that is going to be holding and also eventually riding this thing. So lucky for him, he's only had to help with just a small part of it. So this is eventually gonna go here, but first we have to get in and detach the seat so that we can put on the rear mud flap. You might be able to do that before or after. I don't know if it's interchangeable. Oh, this is a nice quality thumb screw. They're usually crappy. By the way, you'll notice we're protecting our counter here. If you do this on your counter, you want to be careful. This comes off and it pulls back. Just keep right where it is, please. Now you can see this is protected. So of course, you can take this thing off. You can do very obnoxious things with it. I'm not gonna do that. That would be humiliating. Okay, so you see this clip here, 2 clips, and then that's where the bolt receives. You can also see right here, there's a bunch of different plugs and crap. And in typical Chinese fashion, there's 2 wires that come out, and this whole boot has been invalidated largely by the 2 loose wires that probably are like your main charging port. Or some other thing, I don't know. Anyway, it's frustrating to see stuff like that. So I'm gonna lay this down. The next thing I need is this. This is going on. There's 4 screws that hold. This is gonna be for the splash guard on the back. And there's a nylock and a drive. So on this one, we need probably 2 things. We're gonna need one of those, hon.
Okay.
And then we're probably gonna need, I think we need the smallest one actually. Are you doing good over here?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Future rider of this thing. By the way, I'm jealous because I would like to be the future rider of this because this has been such a fun build.
Yeah.
I just love it though, because like literally you cannot make this stuff up. The Chinese videos always make this look so easy. And then you go to do it and you're like, good Lord, that was a pain. I remember one time my dad had us over to build a pool. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
And it's funny because my dad's house got hit by a tornado. They built a 50-foot by 50-foot deck around one of these above ground pools. It was a super nice deck. The day they finished the deck, they were putting the railing on, tornado hits their house.
Yep.
I show up, there's a Bell 206 flying overhead, filming we got light roof damage. The roof was gone.
Yeah.
Their 3-car garage had thrown into the neighbor's yard. There was crap everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was ridiculous. The 50 by 50 foot deck that they had finished that day was on top of the house, ripped and thrown in the yard. But that pool, you got like 4 boxes or 5 boxes. It was ridiculous. Like LTL delivery, less than a truckload delivery. It was like on a pallet or something. And this was a huge pool. It was,
it's like a 38.
it was very big. It was like
big.
our
Oh, it was
round pool,
oval.
but it was a squarish with round ends.
Yeah.
And he and we tried to open up and build it. And we were like, holy crap, we can't figure this out. The directions were in the last of 4 boxes underneath like every component.
Yes.
And so ultimately, you ended up getting the directions. We gave up. Like I've never known anybody in our family to give up on building anything.
No.
We've built a lot of things in our life. And we used to build our own houses, put up trusses, do concrete. We had concrete companies, and we've done a lot of stuff in our lives. We've got builders in our family. And I work on industrial systems, and so did my dad. And we could have eventually figured it out, but we couldn't figure it out.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. So this pales in comparison. It's actually probably a little bit easier. Okay, so this is gonna go on top, okay? So not on bottom, because that would not make sense. Your screws would be too short, and it obviously doesn't go like that, okay? So it only fits one way. So you can take the first one and drop it through. So it's a little bit easier to get it started. And then it slides back in position. And then once you hold that with the tip of your finger, these are nylocks, so they're just exposed metal on metal threads at the beginning. And then you have to come back and somehow magically get a tool in there to actually hold the nut. And in typical China fashion, there's not a nut zert or anything like that that would just receive the bolt. But you know what? This is still way better. By the way, look at this, guys. Watch. When you have to drop them into a socket like this, put it on, watch, right uphill, find the hole, drive it in, and then you can do this. Again, if you watch the Chinese video, they're not going to give you tips like that. That's why you watch an annoying 3-hour-long video from Brian instead.
He also didn't have super cool gloves on.
He did not have super cool gloves. I was very disappointed. Normally they have white gloves. Like they have to leave right from the filming of that event to like their butler party. Isn't that what they all do?
Yeah.
I was told, China, if you're listening, tell us if that's true. We won't believe you, but tell us anyway. All right, so here it is. By the way, HeyBike is in Texas, not China.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean that this isn't made in China. This is absolutely made in China, right? Didn't it say made in China, 47 things on the box?
Yeah, probably.
So guys, if you're gonna support a company that's making stuff in China, it might as well be an American company, right?
Yeah.
So we've said all along. Somebody in America wants to do this, we will be happy to work with you too. But we'll accidentally think it's made in China if it's not good. Okay, guys. I am torquing these only because I don't want to have to ever see these things again in my life.
Right.
And so in about 6 months, I'll be retorquing them. I'm just kidding. I have no reason to believe that that's true because I won't be the one riding it.
I was going to say, he'll be retorquing.
I'll be jealously watching somebody else ride this awesome creation. I am really like genuinely jealous. This looks awesome. Oh, and you see this here? This is not tight or loose. It's just where it is. That's intentional and correct because this is going to go in. It's going to slide into position. And if you do it any other way, it isn't going to work. So you have to kind of guide it. And then once it goes in, you'll know because it will be locked into position. And then you use this to hold down the back end. Okay, pretty cool. And I do like that it's got a thumb nut, which is pretty cool. Because then if you need to get in here to get to battery stuff, you can do it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm kind of like weirded out because like, why would I need to get to the battery stuff, China?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
China, what are you not telling us? Okay, we're gonna do this right now.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna get to the point where we can probably take this off of the ridiculous stand. Okay, everybody paying attention? Are you paying attention?
Yep.
You might wanna have your hands in a correct position, just make sure you're not gonna get pinched or anything.
Yep.
Okay, so you see this is gonna be a little bit problematic. I need you to hold the rear brake. Hold this one.
Okay.
Remember, if you let go, I die. You might cut my hands off. That would be bad, so don't do that. Do not let go. Okay. You don't need to hold anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna just tighten this down. Okay, so this is that same lock style from earlier. I'm gonna get 2 tools to torque this down. I'm gonna get the 15, the 16, the 19, and the whatever else I just grabbed.
Okay.
They're combination ends, and then I'm gonna get the crescent wrench. This one's the metric one. That was a joke I already used earlier. He didn't get it, so I had to make sure he heard it. It doesn't fit, it's too big. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did I manage to hit the counter?
I don't know what you hit.
It sounded like I hit something weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna torque it like this. Yep, immediately spinning.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna use this other crescent wrench. I do not remember seeing this in the Chinese video. It's like
it just magically happened.
it was one of those steps where they're like, oh, we did not include the tool. That's exactly what they did. We saw the unedited version. We're special. Okay, listen. I can't fit the tool in there on that other side, so I'm gonna go like this now. I'm going to 15 millimeters here, and that's wrong. Now 13 millimeters here, and that appears to also, nope, that is correct. Okay, so it looks like we're 15 and 13 millimeters, and yes, you need them both at the same time, AKA you're gonna have to provide your own tool for the other side. But who's counting? You could always cut this in half while you're cutting the Phillips tip off of your hex drive tool that's driving you insane.
Your hands are totally in the way.
Are you having a problem filming? Maybe you could move your body.
Black on
You
black
could go,
on black.
hey, what if you went to the other side, like over my right shoulder?
It's still black on black on black.
Turn on the light so you can't see anything, huh? Wow, look at
Well,
that.
I can't see the other side.
Weird. See how this works, guys? You can see everything. Well, it's a good thing they're not watching the Chinese video. You couldn't see anything because they shut the video off. It'd be like this. That was their scene. Geez, that light's hot.
Oh, it's the whole-
Burned my hand. What are you doing, Kat?
She's helping.
Kat's always trying to help. Are you doing okay over there still?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you're done.
No, it means I slipped. This is super awkward. Okay, look how much of that thread is exposed now. That's crazy.
Why is there a
A what?
gasket?
Yeah, I know. I asked the same thing, and I think it's because, like, watch this. Watch this. There's a thing in there, a doohickey, and it looks to be a plug, but I'm kind of like, I don't know what it's for. And it makes me a little bit nervous, but it's almost like there's supposed to be something in there, but I don't know what it is. And by the way, look at this. I don't know what the heck these are either, which, like, why are they on there is what I want to know.
Is that supposed to cover up that thing?
Well, I don't know. It looks like a place where you'd put a cable grip, but there's no cable grip. So I genuinely don't know what the heck that is. This is a protective sleeve. I bet the protective sleeve is supposed to be here, okay? Okay, so now the next big ticket item we have to put on are the pegs. The pegs are gonna be easier to do up here, but only because we have a helper right now. So helper, let's try leaning back just a little bit, like this way. Can you hold it in that position or is that too hard? How about this? We'll get another block of foam. You'll notice we have maligned our foam and ripped it into many pieces. Okay, lean it back. Just warn me if it's gonna fall so I can say bad words. Okay?
I think I'm good.
Think you're good? Okay,
you wanna,
can you lift up just a little bit?
Okay.
Change this position to here if you need to. Does that help? Okay, do you
okay.
feel comfortable? Because this chain is not hitting the counter yet, but it's getting close, okay? So we're gonna put this one on so you guys get a really close-up shot, and then we'll probably put it on the ground.
So that's,
that'd be the right side.
Yeah.
So everybody pay attention as I bring this bag around. This is a toolless install, technically. This is the right bag. Okay, so I'm gonna lay it on top of the white so you can see. So you can see white here. Oh, that was priceless. See this? It's gonna go down and then level, okay? So, nice precision fit. That was a joke, guys, in case you're wondering. Okay, so this goes like that. If you put it in backward, it's gonna look wrong, okay? So if you do a lot of barefoot riding, that's the way you do it. This is the way it's gonna be, guys, like that, okay? But then the spring is gonna tension it back up in, and then this thing's gonna go on the other side, and then we have to just fold it out to poke your toes if you're doing a lot of barefoot riding, okay? So they show this in the video, and it's kind of like, they make it look really easy. And so like if you're working in a Chinese manufacturing plant, it is quite easy compared to some of the other stuff they do. But if you're just a regular dude that makes YouTube videos about RC airplanes, you might get mildly confused. See how I did that? See that? That looks probably, that might be right. Nope, it's wrong. I just got to figure out where that goes. Oh, it goes like that. Look at that. It goes on top like this. Yeah, and then we have to, no, that pulls it down. I need to be pulling it up, don't I? Yeah. Because, yeah, you want this to go up. So I wonder if it goes like, do we have to like pre-bend it or something? Yeah, that pushes it down. Then it would push up. That's the way it goes. Yeah, see, watch. I'll show you when it's all done. Just like they did in the Chinese video. Oh, there it is. I'm in the hole. So there, it springs it down. And then like if you hit something, this will go up and cut your toes off.
Okay.
If you're barefoot. Then we have to put this thing in. And so here's the tip, guys. Watch this. It's easier to do this before you stick it through. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a pre-bend because there's tons of room in that hole, okay? So once you're through, and I don't know if you You can do it either way, but I'm gonna do mine this way, okay? And then I'll show you how I do this with the tools that we already had out. I had a pair of needle nose pliers, okay? They did not include needle nose pliers, of course. So, yeah, see, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm gonna need 2 tools to do this, hon.
Of course.
Let's get 2 tools. Let's get another pair of pliers and let's get a flat bladed screwdriver. So we just got a full kit out now.
It's like the whole drawer.
But thank God they didn't use like a regular linch pin or something that would be really easy to use. Because now we've got this thing to worry about. I do not think this is gonna hold up. I'm thinking this is gonna be the first thing to fail on this bike system. And I hope I'm wrong. I love being wrong about stuff like that, but I'm usually not. Because
I mean, that just seems really janky.
it seems so rinky dink. This is a very expensive machine. And so I'm gonna go like balls to the walls, actually make it fold all the way around.
Well, and it's going to be sharp on the end.
Yep, I know, that's what I was thinking about too, because I'm like, my poor little baby's feet are gonna be on it.
He never rides his bike in flip-flops or anything.
No, we're safety first here all the time on Brian Phillips RC. Yeah, and no, you don't have to get this detailed on the way that you torque these down and bend them into place, but you know what? If you do it wrong and you die because of it, don't blame me. That worked pretty good. That wasn't so terrible.
I mean, if it stays in that position, that's not too bad.
And nobody's gonna care if it stays.
Right.
If it stays, nobody's gonna complain, but if you die because of it, then you'll complain. Well, somebody will complain. All right, so we're gonna resituate, get it on the ground, and come right back. Okay, so now the context of the left pedal, I wanna show this better with this white backdrop so it's easier to see. This spring has a couple of bends on it. My black gloves are doing no favors right now. So it goes on there in such a way that it's like, it catches the pedal. So I don't know if that's right. I think it goes the other way. Whichever way it goes, it will catch itself. Nope. And it's not like the most obvious thing ever, but once you get it, you'll maybe know. Okay?
I think that's right.
I think that's right. That's what you'll say.
The bigger hook end goes over the...
We're gonna have our helper
over the
just kind
pedal
of
thing.
keep things from flopping around. And then I can lay on the ground. There's nothing better I love than filming myself laying on the ground. Thank you, China. Oh yeah, that's it. Is that? Yeah, that's it. Did your battery?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna slide this in. Uh-oh, I don't think I got it right. See, that's not right. See what I'm talking about? You'll think you got it right and you'll have it wrong. And then you got to flip it around the other way. Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong.
Yes. Like that, I think.
Yeah, except, oh, then it goes like that. It goes on the back. Nope, wrong.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious it's not right because it's not pushing it the right way. So then you got to flip it around. If they made it like that, maybe that's it. Yeah, that's not, I don't think that's it. See, because that's like, again, that's pushing it down. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. See, you got a compression, push that down and then slide this, oh dang it. Push this down, slide it in. Camera crew, the light's off because you don't have it, right?
Yeah, my battery's too
Oh
low.
yeah.
You're not through all the way.
I understand that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to show the people how I'm wiggling it. Yep.
Okay.
There you go. That's not so bad. See, easy peasy, guys. Lemon squeezy. And then just take and open that up a little tiny bit and make it easier on you. And then drop it through. Okay. And then we'll fold this. I'm going to show you what it would look like if you were trying to do it without tools. You'd be like, ow, oh, ow, it's painful. Okay. So we're going to get some tools. We're going to do it out so that it's not as painful. It's just being old is painful enough.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Yep, just laying on the ground. No big deal. Don't mind me.
I'm trying to not show you laying on the ground so they didn't know.
Yeah, they would just be like, oh,
Because
wow.
It's
magical.
as easy as it was in the video.
Yep, exactly. So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we tell the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. We say the truth is expensive. Why? Because since we make commissions from sales of these bikes, if you follow our links, that helps fund our channel. So if you're thinking about supporting Brian Phillips RC and telling the truth, one of the ways you could do it is buy a bike despite a long, difficult, tedious process like this. And truth is, it's not that bad.
No.
Just whiny
Yes.
and lazy and old. Okay, here it goes. Yes, got it. Yeah, got her. Got her done. That guy hadn't come to the video for a while. Geez, Brian, I got like 3 batches of toilet wine today. Okay, there it is. Now it's all the way around. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, that's not the way you're supposed to do those things. You're just supposed to bend them a little bit. Yeah, I know. And then they bind with something, or they cut your foot open, or they catch your sod when you're making a turn and they rip the heck out of your yard, or whatever it happens to be, it'll drive you crazy. All right, so the next thing we gotta do is we gotta go ahead and put some artwork on the front, and then this thing is pretty much built, okay?
Which is good.
So this is gonna stick here. If you decide to do it, it appears to be one big giant sticker. Does it? Do you have to trim that down?
No.
Yes, it's a peel and peel and apply, and then this thing will come off.
Comes off.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. We're good. So I'll just cut this edge. And why did I cut the edge? Because I was having trouble peeling it. See what I'm talking about? Yep, that's just an applicator. Okay. Oh no! You know what these stickers are like?
Decals.
No, they're like the Sterling Kit ones that we love so much.
Oh. The puffy
ones. Oh, they're so annoying to take off of the helicopters.
You could take the whole HeyBike thing off if it's not gonna go.
No, I'm gonna take it off, but I'm just showing the people the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. If you guys expect everything to come assembled, you'll be pretty disappointed because you need this transfer tape. What is it called, hun?
Yeah, transfer paper, transfer tape.
Oh, for God's sake. Okie dokie. Well, I guess you don't want your branding on there. So I am gonna do this. I'll go back with the transfer paper. I'll show you how to do it. So we are number 1, meaning we're the 37th people to do this video on YouTube. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Something like that. And then what you do with this transfer film is you can now give it a good rub down, and then you can tell it's that thing. It's actually supposed to say HeyBike, in case you were wondering. And the reason I did that was because now I can peel this back and apply the decals. Okay. So once that's done, we have to zip tie this on to the front yoke on the shocks. I'm gonna press that down a little bit more. In case you guys are wondering why I got gloves on still, I ripped my hand up digging right before we started filming in the front yard where they took water for our building for the dam gift shop. If you guys don't know what the dam gift shop is, we have a dam in our yard that makes a pond, and we have a dam runway, and we have a dam gift shop. It's a hilarious joke we say, but it's basically our large building. Okay, so that's cool. So now this transfer tape or transfer paper, it will go back and it will help you get the rest of this if you run into a circumstance like ours. If you're careful, you can come back in here.
Or if you have like a credit card or a gift card or something that's hard, helps rub it down.
Yeah, sometimes that helps. Yeah, exactly like she said. But the reason that you want to do that is because then it will locate it perfectly.
Right.
And so that's why they use this transfer tape method. Now, just so you know, if you decide you'd rather have things like Villain or whatever it is, then you can use these also. Okay, I'm not sure. We'll probably apply a few of them off camera because we're about to die, right?
Right.
So what else do we need to show in this build? We've got the pedals installed. We've got the mud deflectors installed. We've got, I don't know if we showed that working. It's very heavy duty. Of course, we got front brake. We got rear brake. And I'm bigger than the weight limit, I believe, on this by quite a bit. And you can see it rides pretty low when I'm on it. Twist throttle, headlight adjustable a little bit because we didn't torque it down any tighter than we needed to. And as you can see, lots of suspension, which is awesome. I'm super excited to see this thing work. And it's got a kill switch, which what you would do is you would put this onto your arm or your wrist or whatever. And then you can slide this lanyard tight like this, see? So whatever gets that so that it's secured to your body. Just like if you're riding a wave runner or anything like that, and then that goes on there, and if you get thrown off the bike, then your bike will stop, okay? So now that that's on, is this thing, oh, we need a key, don't we? There's a key right there. Thank you. So we'll put this in. Sweet. Okay, so we got brake, error. Oh, that's the exclamation point. Nothing, because I have it at 0 speed. And by the way, this might not be exactly adjusted right, but what's gonna happen is that's gonna kill your throttle. So I'm gonna show you real quick. Put it in speed 1. So there's pedal assist levels. I wanna put it to speed level 1, brake, and it's not gonna work. Give it some throttle and it's gonna go forward a little bit. It's very small amount of throttle. Okay, so it's a nice smooth speed up. Brakes, that was pretty torquey at that point. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up, up, and then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and demonstrate what'll happen if you were to get bucked off the bike. Excuse me, I'll just go down to 1. So we got a little bit of throttle and pull it. So it kills it, okay? Once that goes back on, then you've got your little safety feature. Now you can also, I think you can also go this way, but I don't know if that's as effective. And yeah, see that'll hold on you good. And then you've got a little bit more slack, okay? So pretty good there. Now, I'm gonna brake as I get off. I'm always gonna brake. If you get off for any extended period of time, pull that for safety. So if you're pushing it, you hear it beeping? It beeps saying, I'm not going because you have an unsafe condition, okay? So now let's put this on the kickstand, kick it up to power level 3. See this? Look, full throttle. Holy crap! That was not expected. Seriously, look at the screen. Holy cow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's got torque, guys. We've never had an e-bike with that much power, okay? So I'm gonna just go ahead and brake and put it down. I'm gonna take that off. So now I understand why they got that thing. I was totally thinking about doing that, and I'm glad I didn't because I would have ripped. Oh, that bike the tire's thicker. It's wider, like a real motorcycle. This is wider, and this is thinner. That is so cool. So folks, I am really excited to see this run. The only reason we neglected to put that on is because I have to put the decals on. So it's now armed. I'm gonna show you how to shut it off. I'm gonna show you how to plug it in because we do have our charger down here. So why don't we roll it down? The charge port is over on this side, folks, right here. See this? This pulls out. It's got a nice rubbery neoprene finish and it's got this microphone jack, which HeyBike likes to use. So we might be able to use, I don't think the voltage is high enough. Okay, so we're just gonna roll it now. You see the kickstand? It's actually strong enough to hold up the bike, but it's not adjustable. And some of them are adjustable, okay? So we'll go right here. And what we've been doing, because we've already damaged our floor once, we're putting stuff underneath the kickstand for the moment, okay? So now that we're that way, we'll go ahead and pull off the safety. And then this is a very short cable. That is lame.
I've got about 3 minutes.
Okay, so this is perfect. Okay, so see this? Look at this, it's keyed. You plug it in like that, and then this goes to red. Okay. So you remember how it had the dots, no dot? Red means charging. There's a cooling fan. And it's off. Cool, that works pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna charge this bike. We're gonna work through the minor details. Let's just show you this with a zip tie. We're not gonna actually secure this. So the first time you'll see this installed will be when we're riding, but I'll show you this because I want you to know that it can be done. And you can either secure your stuff behind it like that, which makes it look a lot nicer, or you can put all this crap, rearrange it a little bit. It looks like you're gonna have to go over the top of it, okay? Because there ain't no way you're getting it otherwise, okay? And then you're gonna zip tie by passing the zip tie through and just around and then zip tying it tight, okay? And there you have it, guys. We need a little bit of time to get some decals installed, but you can figure that out on your own. Everything else is built and it's ready to ride. I am super excited to see this now. Even though I am probably a little bit outside of the weight class, I'll definitely be riding this. So when I said I wouldn't be riding, that was just a giant fat lie. And the only reason I said that fat lie is because at the time I thought it was gonna be like a normal e-bike, and then I just ran the throttle. And I'm like, yeah, I can handle one fat guy, but maybe not two. So at the end of the day, guys, support us. Buy from the links in the video description below. It's the #1 way to support us. Smash the like button, click the bell for notifications when you subscribe. Promise there'll be more aircraft stuff coming right around the corner. And also Patreon, thanks for being members. Patreon, outside of YouTube, members on YouTube, and super thanks. All those things as well as PayPal. Always helpful. But at the end of the day, HeyBike, good job with the bike. Even better job with your 5-minute installation video. That'll trick all of us. Just kidding, guys. We tell the full truth so that you don't have to wonder. Here on Brian Phillips RC. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.